Whenever you're ready.
So the topic we have chosen is body image within sport and stereotypes.
So, firstly, what's the main topic? Well, stereotypes would be what sportsmen dictate what should be your body if you want to do a specific sport. For example, here is Michael Phelps, the swimmer for the Olympics. And on this small poster, it dictates what makes him such a great swimmer. So, youth, especially today's youth, would expect that you have to have these physical attributes in order to be like him. Our main goal is to try and weigh off that and say that you actually don't need all like here, since you don't need seriously long arms or you don't need massive lung capacity to be able to power through races non-stop. Yeah, so you should be able to do anything. It's the same with the cycling. Here, you don't need to have the same famous cyclists. Any famous cyclists, you don't need their specific physical qualities or any qualities to be able to be the same as them. You could be whatever size, whatever shape, whatever build, and you could still achieve the same things.
Doping is when an athlete uses drugs such as steroids to increase or slow down muscle growth. Steroids are usually used in bodybuilding but can be used in other sports. Performance-enhancing drugs are banned, and using them can result in jail time and a sporting ban. Athletes have to deal with competitive thinness issues and end up making body comparisons within both sporting and social environments. The comparisons that are made within sport could be between teammates or a lot of the time competitors. Although weight and body image pressure can come from coaches, recent research suggests that weight and body image pressures from teammates may be greater. Athletes trying to achieve an ideal body image can push themselves into eating disorders, which can in turn affect their sporting careers.
So the style or type of documentary. So the type of documentary we've chosen is going to be a reflective documentary, and we feel this is the most suitable out of the 4 types because we're trying to change people's views on what the ideal body for sport looks like. As stereotypically, many sports players, for example rugby players, are perceived to be big built and strong. However, not every player fits this stereotype, and this is what we're going to try and challenge. And the documentary is how it's going to go is it's mainly going to be presenter-led by Aaron. However, there will be points which have got voiceover, which might go over footage or B-roll and stuff. And we're also going to have 1 or 2 interviews, which will be by some of the sports players here at Henley, and I'm going to tell you more about that.
The Wasp Junior Rugby team is a part of Henley College. The students that take part in this have lots of experience in sport and know that body image is an important aspect in rugby. For the documentary, I'm going to interview a few of the rugby team members to get their opinion on body image and if they feel pressured to look a certain way. I'm also going to get their thoughts on steroids or body enhancement drugs and why it is bad or illegal thing to do in rugby and how this could destroy their career. I'll also interview people that go to the gym regularly. Many people go to the gym and there is a stereotype of what these people look like: fit, muscular, healthy. I'm going to ask their opinion on why they go to the gym and see if this is because of the media and how body image is represented on there, and if they feel the need to try and look that way. I'm also going to ask them about their diet and if they think this is important.
This documentary about body image relates to our group well. In a survey we did, we found out that 40% of people we asked feel pressured into having the right body for their sport. We also found out that 90% of them do a sport. 40% do it 5 to 7 days a week, meaning many people our age are constantly aware of their body. We also asked how much they like sport out of 1 to 100, and the average number was 83. This means that a documentary about sport and body image is something that young people would watch and be able to relate to.
So, when you're talking about things like doping, what is that link between doping and body image? Because obviously there's different forms of doping. Is there anything in particular that you found in your research?
Just using drugs in order to make your body image better, to please the audience.
Did you find any sort of specific drugs or anything like that that linked towards that? Because obviously doping still classes as things like cocaine as well and stuff, and
Just
recreational.
steroids.
So it's more steroid-based things that you'd be looking at. And you also were talking about your style, so as a reflective one. Is there any documentaries that you guys have looked at as that have sort of given you the idea to produce yours in that way?
It wasn't mainly based on sport, but we did look at the documentary that's on my website, and I looked over it, and it was about like Scottish independence, but it followed like the same way of what ours is going to follow.
Okay, so you've chosen to do presenter-led documentary. And why have you chosen a presenter-led one instead of another,
I
instead of
think it's
narration?
better for like in interviews as well to interact with the person,
Okay.
so then you get more of an honest opinion from them.
How do you think it works with the audience, so your target audience?
They're more likely to believe you if there's a presenter there and ask them questions straight up.
And you mentioned about B-roll as well. So you just said that you will have B-roll, but what sort of things is it that you're going to?
Well, we've got some B-roll already, which is like of a rugby game that happened yesterday, so we'll insert that in, and then just say like things like the gym, equipment in the gym, and things that are relate to it.
Like sort of a basketball game or a netball game.
Yeah, as well.
Okay. And will you be interviewing people from a variety of different sports, or just rugby? Was it?
Possibly netball
Yeah,
as well.
netball and gym.
Okay, so you'll get a better balance of male
Yeah,
and female.
right,
and
yeah.
stuff. Okay, cool. Cheers, guys.